Celebrating 30 years of phenomenal trend forecasting, 5 times a week, Monday through Friday. Here's Gerald Celente with today's trends in the news.
Hi, this is Gerald Celente. It's Tuesday, July 5th, 2016, and here are some of today's trends in the news. On the market fronts, after the holiday weekend, things don't look so good. Over there in Asia, kind of like that. Nikkei down, Shanghai up a little bit, Hang Seng down. Same thing over there in Europe. DAX down, FTSE up, CAC down. Over here in the States, down. NASDAQ and the Dow. And oil, whoop, took a hit. Gold, shining bright. So let's see what happened here. Here's one thing going on in China over the weekend. China's June Caixin Manufacturing PMI falls to 48.6 from 49.2 in May. And that means manufacturing's not so good. Just another month of downtime. Overall economic conditions in the second quarter are considerably weaker than the first, which means there has been no easing of the downward pressure on growth. Against the backdrop of turbulent external environment, and in order to avert a sharp economic decline, the government must strengthen its proactive fiscal measures while continuing to follow prudent monetary policy, said the Director of Macroeconomic Analysis at CEBM Group. But some other numbers were better over there in China. The Caixin China Service PMI, remember one was manufacturing, this one's services, that was up. 11th month high in June at 52.7 from 51.2 the prior month. So you have a little bit of positive movement there, but here in the States, things don't look so good. Nope. And the reason being, as I keep saying, follow the money. Monte dei Paschi hits low as ECB warning exposes Italy's banking woes. And then you go back and look at some more data. On Monday, the European Central Bank opened the door for state aid for Eurozone banks, with Italy in talks with the European Commission over a plan to recapitalize Italian lenders with public money. Follow the money. Worries grow at two big banks. Deutsche Bank shares tumble after International Mafia Federation, a monetary fund, calls it the riskiest financial institution in the world. This is Deutsche Bank. The International Monetary Fund called the German bank the riskiest financial institution in the world as a potential source of external shocks to the financial system. The IMF report helped send the bank's stocks down to its lowest price in more than 30 years. And Deutsche Bank shares closed down in Europe. 45% this year. Deutsche Bank and other shares have plummeted Friday and Monday in the aftermath of the UK referendum to leave the EU. The IMF said that among the global banks, Deutsche Bank appears to be the most important net contributor to systemic risks, followed by HSBC and Credit Suisse. And then they go on over here in this Wall Street Journal article. Brexit casts shadow on building boom. And you're looking at all these financial institutions that are leaving or planning to or talking about leaving the UK. The Goldman Sachs headquarters is one of at least 20 buildings being built by foreign financial service companies that were expanding in London ahead of the vote. The stakes are high for both Britain and the banks. Financial services contribute 18% to London's economy, and construction and real estate make up about an additional 17%. London could lose 100,000 jobs to continental Europe, according to estimates from Jefferies International. Think about this. Jobs that are created and real estate that is owned by financial institutions. They're making nothing other than digital money printed on nothing and backed by nothing in what adults call the gambling institutions. And that's what's driving the economy. Follow the money. You can see where this is heading, and it's not a happy ending. Oil plunges 4.9%, ends at $46.60 on economic jitters. Again, we've been saying this over and over again. All these supply cuts are temporary. The bigger news is the global economy. So there's more unrest going on in Nigeria. They bombed a couple of more pipelines, but prices are going down because there is a global slowdown. Bank of England to UK bankers start lending even before, and this is important. They're telling the banks to put out more money. Everybody's blaming it on the Brexit. But here's the deal. Even before this vote, the UK was slipping into another recession. GDP advanced by just 0.4% in the first quarter of this year, down from a lousy 0.6% in the fourth quarter of 2015, the slowest rate since the fourth quarter of 2012, according to the Office for National Statistics. And even before the vote, businesses and investors had begun pulling back. Foreign flows of capital into commercial real estate, you ready? Remember, this is before this happened, fell 50% in the first 3 months of 2016, according to the Bank of England. And transactions in the second quarter kept falling. So now they're saying that cheaper pound down to 31-year lows is going to help exports. But let me get this right. England imports a lot of stuff too. And with a cheaper pound, it's going to cost you more to buy stuff. So you see the numbers here, they're not good. On to some international news. U.S.-backed Syrian rebels accused of torture and summary executions, according to Amnesty International. The report singles out 3 of U.S.-backed groups as being involved in torture and abuse of minorities and peaceful activists, along with carrying out summary executions of captured pro-government fighters. Well, they should kill those pro-government fighters because, hey, these is just moderate rebels. Isn't that what Obama calls them? Isn't that what Hillary Clinton calls them? Isn't that what the media calls them? They're murderers. Hey, but we should tell other countries what to do, and we do, because we are the exceptionals. Baghdad bombing adds to doubts about Iraq's security. Over the weekend, 215 people killed, 175 wounded. Another story here. A rocket barrage hit a place near Baghdad International Airport on Monday. That was over the weekend, what I just read. More people killed. I tell you, the world is better off without Saddam Hussein. Remember they said that? That's right. Bush, Cheney, Rumsfeld, Mickey Mouse, and all the prostitutes that just kept pumping it out there. Another illegal war based on lies, destroying an entire nation that did nothing to America. And now they've turned it into a hellhole. I wonder how they're creating these radical Islamic fundamentalists. Couldn't be because the United States is behind it with its coalition of the killing. Just like in Syria, just like in Libya, just like up in Afghanistan, and over in Iraq. But so what? It's only Murder Inc. and another day in it. Because your murderer-in-chief, quote, I'm really good at killing people. That's what they wrote in the book Double Down about our Commander-in-Chief, Obama. That's right, drone strike man of the day. Or I should say Terror Tuesday, when they pick out who to kill that have not been brought to justice, tried and convicted without a jury or a trial. So what they did, a trend tracking lesson, folks, the government releases important information on weekends and before holidays when people are in a vacation state of mind. Murder by drone. Obama announces civilian death toll. That's right, they put the number out, but you know what the number is?
Bullshit detected. Take precautions.
Yeah, you better take precautions if you live in all these countries that aren't a battlefield in America that Obama wants to bomb and kill people against the Geneva Conventions and international law. So they're coming out with about 116 people killed between 2009 and 2015. But according to Reprieve and other groups, they're bringing the number up to more like 4,000. 4,000 innocent civilians murdered by Obama, and all you liberals out there that support him. That's right, you're an accessory, as I see it, to the crime if you support the criminal. Where are all you peace advocates? Yeah, got lockjaw these days, don't you, huh? Killing innocent people under the name of winning the war on terror. Yep. According to a professor at Notre Dame, quote, no court may lawfully issue torture warrants or permit drone attacks. Just another day in Murder Inc. And speaking about getting away with murder, yeah, the FBI gave Hillary an okay for those email violations. I never thought they'd go anywhere anyway, as you well know. But that's the news. The FBI director said, quote, Hillary Clinton extremely careless, but no charges recommended. Yep. Although we did not find clear evidence that Secretary Clinton or her colleagues intended to violate the law governing the handling of classified information, there is evidence that they were extremely careless in handling of very sensitive, highly classified information. And the FBI director pointed out that the probe was tasked with examining whether Clinton or her aides had mishandled classified information either intentionally or in a grossly negligent way. So what he just said, to me, seems like a grossly negligent way. But hey, you know the way it is in a neo-feudal society. Free ride for the political nobility and economic elite, just like they've brought no one to jail from the white shoe boys on Wall Street to the criminals at the White House. That's right. whether it's Bush starting wars based on lies, McNamara before him with the Vietnam War, one lie after another, one crime after another, and they get a free ride. Remember, they're misspelling the word justice. It's J-U-S-T-U-S, just us, not them. This is Gerald Celente, and that's some of today's Trends in the News.